Hey Tackle Warehouse fans, Mike Iaconelli out here in the shop, and I want to talk to you today about fishing rods. I've been lucky enough to design a series of rods and reels with Abu Garcia called the Ike series. We've got spinning reels, casting reels, and we have 20 different models of rods, casting, spinning, and even composite rods for treble hook lure crankbait fishing. Instead of talking about every single one, I'm going to give you my top 3 Ike series combos. And these are combos that can do a lot of stuff. And honestly, if I was limited to just 3 rods, these would be the 3 rods that I pick. I'm going to give you 1 spinning and 2 casting. And here they go. Let's start with the spinning. With a spinning rod, I want a rod that's versatile. I need a rod that I can do everything with. And because of that, the rod that I'm going to pick in the Ike series as my 1 spinning rod, my #1 most versatile spinning rod, it's easy. It's a 7-foot medium action rod. When you talk about versatility, you can honestly do anything with this. And we call it the all-purpose rod because you really can do a lot of different techniques. From a chicken rig, to a Nico rig, to drop shotting, to a Ned rig, to a shaky head, to a wacky rig. So many different finesse applications that I can do with this 7-foot medium action spinning rod. Weight-wise, it could handle everything from weightless plastics that weigh almost nothing, all the way up to, about 3/8 of an ounce, can easily be handled by this 7-foot medium rod. The second thing is the reel. And on the Ike Revo reels, we have a 20 and a 30 size, and they're both really good. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to pick that 30 size Ike Revo spinning reel. The reason is it can handle a lot of different line choices. I could put straight braid, braid to a fluoroliter, straight flora, straight mono, and that reel, that 30 size, does a real good job of handling everything from little itty bitty 2-pound tests all the way up to about 20-pound braid. So it's got a nice variation of capacity. I can make long casts with it. So this is my #1 most versatile rod. 7-foot, medium action, Ike series finesse spinning rod with a 30 size Ike Revo spinning reel. The next one is a casting rod, bait casting rod. And this is the Power series in the Abu Garcia Ike series rods. And the Power series casting rod is all graphite. These are rods designed for more power fishing techniques, but with one. If I had to narrow it down to one, I'm going to give you this one because it's really, really versatile rod. This is the 7.4 medium heavy Ike series power rod. Again, it's a casting rod. When I first designed this 7.4 rod, I had things in mind like frog fishing, light Carolina rigging, bigger spinner baits, bigger jigs, bigger Texas rigs. But honestly, the more I used this 7.4 medium heavy, the more I realized that this rod can really honestly do it all. You could do pitching, skipping, you could throw a chatterbait on this rod. It's a great smaller swim bait rod as well. Of course, toads. Man, this is a rod that if I had to be limited to 1 graphite casting rod, this is it. 7.4 medium heavy. On the reel, easy decision. Going with the Abu Garcia low profile Ike Revo casting reel. But on ratio, I'm going to put it on the fast gear ratio reel. I'm going with the 8:0:1 speed because the 8:0:1, the really fast Ike Revo, I can do a lot of stuff with it. I can burn stuff, I can medium retrieve stuff. And again, because I'm power fishing, because line recovery is so important, pitching, flipping, frogging, all that stuff, I want that speed. I want that line recovery. So an 8-0-1 Ike Revo reel. This is my #1 casting rod and reel in graphite. 7.4 medium heavy Ike series power rod with the 8-0-1 Ike Revo reel. And last but not least, and again, this was tough to be limited to 3, but I have to have a composite rod in the mix. And we call these rods the Abu Garcia Ike Series Delay casting rod. And the reason we call them a delay casting rod is, guess what? They're composite. These rods are a mix of graphite and fiberglass. And because of that, you get that really soft tip to it, that slow bend. A lot of these rods are almost 50-50. About half of the rod is flexible, and then the butt section, you have a lot of power in the rod. And we've got a lot of different delay series rods, but if I had to pick one, my most versatile length in action, here it goes right here. And this is the Abu Garcia Ike Series Delay rod in the 7.3 medium action. 7.3. I just really feel like the little bit extra length on this, that extra 3 inches from a 7 foot, really lets you do everything with this rod. And again, delay rods primarily for me are going to be for lures that have treble hooks, crankbaits, wake baits, top waters, jerk baits, anything with a treble hook, because I want that fish to get the bait before I get into them with the hook set. The other thing with treble hooks is that those fish jump a lot. And when that delay rod, a composite rod, is a lot more forgiving. So when they surge or they jump, you're going to keep that fish buttoned. So that 7.3 medium action delay rod can do shallow diving crankbaits, medium diving crankbaits, deep diving crankbaits, wake baits, lipless vibrations, jerk baits, especially bigger jerk baits, top waters, big walking baits. You can do it all with the 7.3 medium action delay rod. Again, composite, very soft in the tip, perfect for treble hook lures. And then I'm going to pair that once again with the Abu Garcia Revo Ike low profile casting reel. But this time, I'm going to go to the lower gear ratio. And I'm going to pair it with the Abu Garcia Ike Revo casting reel in the slower retrieve, which is 6-6-1. And the reason I'm going to do that is a lot of times with these treble hook style lures, whether it's a crankbait or a jerkbait or a topwater, I want a more methodical, steady retrieve. The other thing I want, and especially if we start talking about deeper diving crankbaits, is I want more power. I want to get it out there, get it deep, and just have that power. And that 6-6-1 ratio lets you do that better, lets you slow yourself down, get more into a medium to slow pace, and it lets you have more power with that lure. So my number 3 combo, it's the delay series, 7.3 medium action Abu Garcia rod, paired with that lower ratio, 6-6-1 Ike Revo, perfect for all your treble hook baits. I hope that helped you a little bit. Definitely invite you to check out all of the Abu Garcia Ike Series rods and reels. All of it's available right here on Tackle Warehouse. Good luck, good fishing. I'll see you soon.